12 steps to maximize your value during a tech M&A negotiation. In tech M&A, the negotiation stage is critical. Ask yourself, when it comes to the most important negotiation of your life, are you prepared? Negotiating the sale of your software company is one of the most difficult tasks you will ever undertake. Not only will you and the buyer be in complete opposition on every point, from price to structure to risk and more, but you're likely negotiating with your future boss. Having sold hundreds of software companies at Corum, we've been through just as many high-pressure negotiations. We've learned a lot. Here are 12 steps to maximize your value during a tech M&A negotiation. Number 1. Determine your position before beginning. In many situations, there are multiple shareholders involved. Determining your collective position up front ensures that everyone is in alignment, avoiding any mixed signals that buyers could take advantage of. And most importantly, you avoid making on-the-spot decisions that could erode your position.
Number 2. Reveal problems early while leverage is highest. The strength of your position is predetermined by identifying your weaknesses and eradicating them. If any weaknesses are impossible to eradicate, then declare them as early as possible so to remove them from being used against you when they could undermine your position for the maximum benefit of the other party.
Number 3. Tackle the most difficult issues first. You save time and money that would have been wasted on issues further down the list. But more importantly, when you do resolve that most difficult issue, you set the stage for a much smoother resolution to lesser issues. You also learn how the buyer negotiates.
Number 4. Make use of straw men. You need to show flexibility in negotiations, so put in a concept or two that you are absolutely willing to take off the table. This will help you focus on the other conditions you feel you really need and trade away some of these straw men terms that aren't really that important to you.
Number 5. Don't let the buyer serially negotiate. Be on offense as a seller and ask for all the issues to be put on the table first. Then you can reshuffle them, making sure that you stage the issues so that the buyer can win one and then you can win one that is important to you. Inevitably, you will be left with a few big ones to hammer out, but at least you won't have given away too much early on.
Number 6. Don't imply by words or body language that you accept buyer positions. Don't be passive or make inferences. Smile at something you don't want. Buyers can read acceptance into something you won't accept. Be clear and direct. This approach saves backtracking, streamlines the LOI process, and sends a clear message to the buyer that you're a competent negotiator.
Number 7. Don't give away the product without buying the company. It should be made clear that a purchase of the company is the only option on the table. Many times, the buyer may be simply trying to buy time to test for market acceptance of the joint solution, or to learn more about your secret sauce so they can make it themselves.
Number 8. Don't get emotional. Use intermediaries to take the heat. No matter how frustrating the process, remember that if you complete the deal, you are going to have to work with the other side. Don't let the transaction poison your relationship. It's easy to get emotional, especially as there may be many on the other side.
Number 9. Ensure rapid document turnaround. Every opportunity to demonstrate knowledge, capability, timeliness, and professionalism in communications with your acquirer has a direct and positive outcome on price and structure.
Number 10. Get an experienced attorney. Tech M&A deals are complicated, and an inexperienced attorney can kill them. This means that your company attorney is probably not the right choice. Actually, a great way to find a good lawyer is through a Corum event. We work with some of the top firms to host our tech M&A workshops globally.
Number 11. Get alignment between ownership, advisory, and attorney. Every word of the letter of intent matters, and critical issues will come up between you and the buyer during this phase that can kill your deal. An aligned M&A team is your best offense and defense to achieve an executable letter of intent that meets your goals and reduces your long-term risk.
Number 12. Get everyone on the phone together. Completing a transaction is a complex, emotional, and long process. Gridlock is commonplace and often leads to the buyer and the seller walking away with a sour taste in their mouth. Hearing your voice and your intent to work through the issues will usually ease most of the tension. Don't use only emails, which can be polarizing. Just get on the phone and get it done. Remember, if you have a solid process and a team, you'll be on the offense and in control during the negotiation phase.